Hi, I'm Speech-Wiggett. Today I'm going to be doing my persuasive speech. I decided to do it on airport security. Um, Today, many people feel that enhanced airport security in the United States is a tedious task. It's unnecessary, or it's annoying. But I believe that airport security is the way it is because, like it or not, there is risk out there for airport or airplane bombings and or hijackings. I believe airport security should continue to be a high priority in air travel. I feel that nothing should be changed or reduced, and I feel that no weapons whatsoever should be allowed on airplanes. First, I would like to explain the security process in today's airports. In response to both 9/11 and other threats, and with the help and support of Congress, the United States Department of Homeland Security, or DHS, has enhanced its ability to detect threats through a multi-layered risk-based system. Today, almost 51,000 transportation security officers, transportation security inspectors, and behavior detection officers serve on the front lines at more than 450 U.S. airports. Before 9/11, not many federal security requirements were in place for cargo and baggage screenings. Today, DHS requires all airlines flying in the U.S. from foreign countries to provide advanced passenger information and passenger name records before departure, and has expanded trusted traveler programs, making travel for passengers who provide required identification and pass recurrent security checks. It makes the process for them much quicker. As an additional layer of security, the Transportation Security Administration, or the TSA, has created the Secure Flight Program, which conducts the passengers' watch list, matching for 100% of covered U.S. aircraft operations and foreign air carrier flights into, out of, and within the United States to identify any passenger who may pose a threat to aviation or national security, and designate them for enhanced screenings, or as appropriate, prohibit them from boarding an aircraft. Obviously, the security has enhanced greatly and may take up some more time than before. But I tend to look at it as a positive rather than a negative, like so many people do. Sure, you might have to plan your schedule around the time it takes to go through the airport security when going on a trip, or when taking an airplane somewhere. But I would much rather be safe, and I think a lot of other people would rather be safe than to save 30 minutes, because that's basically all it takes most of the time. But there are many ways you can save time when going through customs in an airport. Common sense is one way to save time. Obviously, don't bring things that aren't allowed, or if you don't think it's allowed, it's probably not allowed. And I have found many websites that are out there that provide easy steps to make going through airport security a lot smoother and take a lot less time. Wearing practical shoes is one way to save a few seconds. Slip-on shoes will be easier to remove and quicker to remove. Avoid medical clothing or accessories, as you will have to remove these before going through a metal detector. The same goes for metal items in your pockets. Packaged liquids and gels. Package liquids and gels appropriately. All liquids in your carry-on bag must be in bottles of 3 ounces or less, and all these bottles must then be placed in a clear quart-sized Ziploc plastic bag. There are a few exceptions to this rule, including milk for infants and liquid medications. Be sure to check before packing anything. All this info and more can be found online. Following some simple steps can definitely help you save some time in an airport security check if it's a major concern of yours. Next, I would like to go over the fact that airlines are planning on allowing certain weapons and other weapon-type tools or sports equipment onto aircrafts. For the first time since 9/11 terror attacks, the TSA is planning to allow small knives and some previously prohibited sports equipment onto airplanes as carry-on items. According to the TSA, passengers will be able to carry knives that are less than 2.36 inches long and less than 1/2 inch wide. Larger knives and those with locking blades and molding handles will continue to be prohibited, as will razor blades and box cutters. The TSA will also permit sports equipment such as billiard cues, ski poles, hockey sticks, lacrosse sticks, 2 golf clubs, and souvenir novelty and toy baseball bats such as like wiffle ball bats will also be allowed. I feel that all of this, which can in some way be used as a weapon, the TSA said the new regulations will allow its officers to better focus on efforts on finding higher threat items such as explosives, and was made as a part of the agency's overall risk-based security approach. The TSA believes the items are unlikely to result in catastrophic destruction of an aircraft, and policies already put in place, like hardened cockpit doors, federal air marshals, and crew members with self-defense training, will reduce the likelihood of passengers breaching the cockpit. I feel that if there is still a risk, it's obviously a risk, so it shouldn't be allowed, because no matter the measures taken, like the air marshals and such, this is ultimately still a risk, and it's a risk we shouldn't have to take. Many people complain that the time it takes to go through airport security, they complain about the time it takes, but allowing knives on aircrafts will in no way reduce the time it takes you to get through customs. Terrorism has been a problem for airlines and air travelers since the 1970s, when hijackings and bombings became the method of choice for destructive militant organizations around the world. Although security at airports has always been tight, the 9/11 attacks woke many people up to the harsh reality that it was not tight enough. On 9/11, on September 11, 2001, men armed with nothing but simple box cutters took over 4 passenger jets and used them as flying bombs. Used the planes as flying bombs. It's hard to think that even after this tragedy, proving how simple it could be to take over an airplane, they would even consider the thought of allowing certain weapons or items that could pose as weapons onto aircrafts. Many people's main concerns with air security is, like I said, that it takes too long. But measures like allowing certain weapons and such is not decreasing the length of time in any way. I hope that you will realize that the airport security is a very important thing, and that is much needed in order to keep not only airports and airplanes safe, but our homes safe. Thank you.